Hi, Paul. I just want to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your busy day just to watch a presentation and see how iLocal Pro can definitely benefit Makita in your marketing efforts. We look at your website. We got a general sense of what some of the core focus is from a marketing perspective, and we put together a real high-level presentation just to walk you through some of the key concepts and the key campaigns that we think will definitely benefit you. Like we talked about briefly, two things we will not or don't want to leave the house with. The first thing is our a wallet or pocketbook, if you're male or female. The second thing is our cell phones. As a society, we love our cell phones, and we depend on it to connect us with the people that are important. And this is why we built iLocal Pro. It's more than just a mobile marketing platform, more than just software. It's a concept to instantly connect, and bridge that gap between our marketing message that we have as a company or a business um, and our end user or our customer. So we traditionally send marketing messages out via print media, social media, internet, whatever platform, even if it's television or radio. But we often forget how to give that audience an instant access to our marketing message or our call to action. And this is why we use mobile marketing, because it's the media that everyone has, most of the people have, that are listening to your message or looking at your message or receiving your message. And if you give them a reason to respond, they will. The other thing that's very important is quite often we spend large sums of our budget on marketing campaigns, and we can't really measure our return on investment. We look at marketing as an investment because we want to measure what revenue and what response we get back that is of value. And using this technology, you can definitely track your marketing ROI, and not only build an instant list of customers, an instant list of prospects, but you also start to engage and develop a relationship with the audience that you're targeting. A little bit more about the company and how we got here. I'm Rich Johnson. I'm the founder of the company. My history, I have probably about eight or actually it's 9 years to be exact, as a naval aviator, and got very involved in high tech when we were hunting submarines in the military. I have over 2,000 hours hunting Soviet submarines. And so what I got out of that was an appreciation for technology. Left the Navy and went to law school and practiced law at some of the major law firms, and focused on business and worked with entrepreneurs during the dot-com era. And it enabled me to combine my love of business in my practice and also for my appreciation of entrepreneurship. And since leaving firms, I've started my own practice. I still have my own practice, but I also have a series of companies that I've built that combine both my love of business and also my love of technology. And we try to use the technology that we develop and the marketing systems that we develop to help small companies, mid-sized companies, and entrepreneurs to get their business growing and to market to their consumer more effectively. Our company is based in Baltimore, Maryland, here in Owings Mills, and we also have teams spread out in Texas, in New York, and also in California. Now, looking at your website, we realize that you guys do a lot of marketing by developing relationships with other companies that are attached to your target market, which is extremely smart. Your affiliation with Rockstar and sponsorships and your participation in trade shows show that you use other companies that are contingent with your target audience to relay and to communicate your message. One thing that's very important is when you go to trade shows, we found that some of our users had traditionally just kind of winged it. They didn't have a system in place to capture people that they met at trade shows, or even to start to market to people before they went to trade shows. And so, what traditionally happened is they went to trade shows, they met people, and they collected business cards or had lists, and then went back to the office, and then their sales team had to manually go through and try to remember who they spoke to, and kind of like cold calling all over again. What we've done is we've solved that problem. Now we looked at your website and we took this calendar list of dates of upcoming trade shows. And so we did a quick modification and just added here at the top text trade to 410-205-1102. And that is actually just a demo that we put together for you. So what would happen is we would put together a campaign, or you could put together a campaign, and we would show you how to use the system, or we can do it for you, whereby before you go to trade shows, you would send out invitations to people that you want to meet at the trade show. You would put this up on your website so that folks who are looking at your trade show calendar can contact you via text message before the trade show actually occurs. So let's try this out. Just for demonstration purposes, I want you to grab your cell phone and text the word trade, T-R-A-D-E, to 410-205-1786. Okay? And when you do that, you'll receive a message. And it will say, thanks for setting up some time for us to chat at our next trade show. We'll give you a call ASAP to set up some time for us to talk. So this not only works before the trade show begins, but also you can develop a campaign, and we can work with you to develop a campaign so that when folks visit you at the trade show, you give them an offer or something as a carrot to induce them to text a keyword, and a keyword could be anything that is relative to your campaign, to a specific phone number. It could be a local number, it could be a national number, it could be an international number, it could be a toll-free number. But what that does is it gives you a list with the phone number that now when you go back to the office, your sales team has a relative list that is targeted towards the offer that you gave out. So if you are promoting a new product, you can say, well, text LXT, a new product I think I saw on your website, or LXT to a specific number. You know that those maybe distributors or retailers are interested in the LXT, and so when your sales team calls, they have a targeted conversation now, and it's relative. You're not cold calling. Now, in addition to giving you an instant list that is workable and meaningful coming out of your trade shows, it's efficient on time and cost. So you save time by not having a disorganized way of communicating with the people that you meet, but you are now developing a system, a follow-up system that allows you to communicate with people more efficiently and have a higher conversion rate on your sales. Now, I also noticed looking at your website that Makita has a tribe. I like to call it, your raving fans, folks that love Makita, love what you do, love to use your tools, and you see them at your sponsored events. So we can develop, or we could talk about developing ways to create campaigns using mobile messaging to communicate instantaneously with your tribe. Now, we just grabbed this image from your website, but let's just suppose that this is an image that you're using as a poster, a billboard, or any type of print media. The only way that folks would be able to communicate would be to go to the website to see the video of Miss Makita or Senorita Makita, or to do some research and find how, if you give them a link to a website or a link to a YouTube video, maybe when they get to their desktop or their laptop, they can watch the video. But if you have a print media, let's say, and you modify it like we did, and just include a small caption that says text scenes to 410-205-1102, they would receive an instant response giving them a link to watch the YouTube. So let's run another demo. Grab your mobile phone, your text messaging phone, and text scenes, all right, SCENES, to 410-205-1786. Okay, and when you do that, you will receive a response from the text messaging system that says, "Hi, this is Ashley and Maria. We made a special video just for you. Check it out here." And it'll give you a link to the YouTube video of the backstage scenes that you have on YouTube that shows Ashley and Maria doing their photo shoot. Okay, and this is the video that they'll watch on their cell phone. And most cell phones do have browsers, whether it be an iPod or Apple or a Windows phone. Most phones do have browsers, and so they'll be able to connect directly to YouTube because YouTube is compatible with pretty much every cell phone out there, and they can get to watch the video just by seeing that print ad. The other thing that they'll be able to do if they have a print ad in front of them, we also included a QR code. And so if they have a mobile phone with them, all they have to do is scan or take a picture of that QR code, and the QR code will link them directly to the YouTube video. It will also register their cell phone numbers in our system. What happens then is now you start to build a database or a list of people who are following Miss Makita and Senorita Makita, and you can send them updates, new videos, specials, notify them where Miss Makita and Senorita Makita will be in their travels. You can get real creative with this, and it's a really, really powerful resource. Another way you could market to your audience or your tribe, let's say, for instance, you have a sponsored event that Rockstar or one of your racers are participating in. Quite often at those events, there's an announcer, and the announcer is often communicating directly with the audience watching the race. And at some point, you can coordinate so that the audience is told to text Makita to 410-205-1786 to win a free brushless power tool or whatever the promotion is that you have for the tool that you're marketing at that time. So you can actually create a contest. And we've actually had contests where there's been big teleprompters or big screens, and the audience sees, text, say for instance, Makita to a specific phone number to win a prize or to win a trip. So this is very, very powerful, and it's a way to capture the telephone number, the cell phone number of the entire audience or a majority of the audience that participates in this contest. And you can see how this could be used to follow up. And you can create a follow-up campaign with the system so that they can get additional information, be aware of promos, get coupons. I mean, your creativity with this is totally endless. Another part of your tribe that I noticed I looking at your website is that you have a secure membership basically area portion of your website called the Nation, where people sign up, they get membership, they get access, a login, and looking at the website, you can click on the link, sign up, and get access. But if you're at a trade show or you're at a sponsored event, this is one way to get people to instantly sign up for the Nation. Okay, so let's say this is a print banner, and it says text nation to 410-205-1786, and it also has the QR code logo on the right side. So when they text nation to that number or they scan the QR code, they'll automatically get a link on their phone that they can click on, and it will take them to the sign up page for the nation, and they can join right there while they're watching the races or walking by your stand if you're at a trade show. Just another way of instantly communicating and capturing that target audience. And this works really, really well, especially for people who want to join exclusive membership portions of your website. Now you can try it out. Grab your cell phone and text Nation to 410-205-1786, and you'll get an automatic response on your cell phone, and it'll say you're about to join the elite members of Makita's Nation. Click here for entry into the inner circle, and there's a link there, and when you click on that link, it's going to take them right to the sign up page. Now, we all know that contests are huge. People love to participate in contests, especially in social media. This is another image we snagged from your website, and we just adjusted it slightly. We put the QR code here in the upper left-hand corner, and on the lower portion, we said text brushless to 205-410 410-205-1786. And we use the keyword brushless because we see that you're promoting your new product line, the LXT, the brushless power tool. And they could win the free trip, the VIP tour, tools, and tons of prizes. So this will capture someone if they are not on your website, but they could be anywhere. They could be at your trade show. They could see it in a magazine or in a newspaper ad or an auto publication, and you can start to capture. Now, the other good thing about this is you can use different telephone numbers for different publications. You can use different keywords for different publications. This way, you can track which publication or which print media, or digital media for that matter, if it's TV, which media is bringing in the most, or how much response or ROI you're getting from spend on that particular media. So go ahead and try it. Text brushless to the phone number, and in your response, you're going to get a text message back to your phone. Now we've got it set up so that every third person will win. Obviously, if you're running a campaign like this, you're not going to have every third person win, but we wanted you to get the winning prize, and you probably will get, if it doesn't work on the first one, try it again, but you will get a notice congratulating you on winning the trip, and it will tell you to stand by your cell phone while we call you to arrange delivery of your prize. Now, doing product promos is pretty common. Everyone has new products that they're promoting, but we just noticed that on the front of your website, it would be great to add a tagline to the bottom here. Now, we did this quick and dirty, but obviously you can make it a lot neater. But just for demo purposes, we put text LXT to 410-205-1786, and you can try that. Go ahead and text LXT to that number for an instant virtual demo and coupons for our LXT line. Now, when you text that number, text LXT to that number, you're going to get a response, and it's going to say, hey, Makita fan, click here to watch the LXT demo. And they'll be brought to the YouTube channel that has the video showing the LXT in full operation. It will also give them a coupon in that same text message for 10% off, 10% off the purchase of any LXT. And you can see here, this is the video that they'll be brought to on YouTube, and they'll be able to watch the LXT in full function while they're on their cell phone right there in the audience. Now, this is by far, I think, the most powerful or one of the most powerful features of the software. It's called our product cataloging system. And let me just explain to you what it does. Um, Quite often we have catalogs or we print displays of our entire inventory of whatever it is we're selling. So if you're an auto dealer, it will be the stock number of the car. If you're a realtor, it'll be the multiple listing number. In your case, we noticed that you have an online, you had a one page that had basically a mini catalog. And you also have a print catalog. This is extremely powerful because what you can do is tie in your existing stock number. Okay, and you tie that stock number into the text messaging system, and it's very easy, very simple. Instead of using a keyword, you would use your stock number or your product number. And so in this illustration, what we've done is we put on your ad, or it would be your print media in your catalog or on your website. Text the part number of any tool to a particular phone number for an instant virtual demo of that tool. Now this is really cool because they could be looking through your catalog, and if they see a tool that they like and they're wondering, well, how does it work? And they can get, especially for the LXT, it's such a great tool. They can just text in, and we did a demo, and what we're going to do is have you text in LXT 601. Okay, so grab your phone. I want you to text LXT 601, and you're going to get a demo. Okay, so text LXT 601 to 410-205-1786. And again, we can substitute this for any product or stock number that you have so that they can get the demo. Now what's going to happen is they're going to get a response. It's going to say, hi, you are now a member of our Makita VIP club. Check out the LXT 601 virtual demo here. And it's going to give them a link on their cell phone to the YouTube video. When they click on it, this is where they'll land, right on the YouTube video, and it will automatically play, and they'll start to watch the demo of that particular tool. Now, we just gave you a real quick overview, just scratch the surface of what the software can do for you, and we have a very robust piece of software, and it can do tons of things, most of which we didn't even talk about. We talked about some of the main features, but I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of what it looks like on the inside. And again, you would have access to it. This could be something that you can have access to and create your own campaigns. We can train you, or we can do it for you. Well, we have a concierge team that works directly for most of the users, and we can definitely work with you to get your campaigns going. But I wanted you to take a peek and see some of the features, and what the platform looks like when you're logged in. Here, this is just a picture of showing the campaign being created for the brushless campaign. And you can see you have tons of features on top, and I'll give you some screenshots. This is just a list of some of the campaigns we put in. You'll see that you can just click on these links here and access your QR codes for putting them on any print material you may have. This is a screenshot of the scheduler. You can schedule follow-up campaigns, and those particular campaigns will show up on your schedule. If you have appointments for people who are going to be meeting you at your trade shows, they can text in like we showed before, and those would be basically showing up on your schedule as well. Tons of great features, very good for following up with prospects and clients. There's also a phone feature It not only does text messaging, but you can tie this into voice broadcasting. So we can get really, really creative with sending out voice broadcasts to folks who want to be updated on particular aspects of our marketing or campaigns or products. You have access to local toll-free numbers, or you can use an existing number that you have. You'll have a list of dedicated numbers just for you, and anytime you need additional numbers, you can access them right through our system. For contests, you can have the system randomly select using the algorithm within the system to just select a random winner, or you can set it to select a series of winners, like for instance uh, every 250th responder, and you can have it going through cycles, for 3 cycles, or you can set it for infinite. So some people run weekly campaigns or monthly campaigns, and you could really set it up to make it work the way you want. And this is just another screenshot showing you the lists for folks who, this is a demo account, but for folks that text in, you capture their phone number. You can have them text in their name as well, and it will add them to the particular campaign or group for that keyword that you have set up. So very manageable, and you can sort based on particular criteria. You can filter. You can export this into a CSV if you have another marketing system to import it into that system. There's also an API, and I don't want to get too techy, but you can actually connect this to other systems that you have already if your other system has an API. This is just another screenshot showing another feature of the campaign. There's a lead notifier in here, and that is basically the cataloging system. Every time someone texts in a particular stock number or a product number, you would upload all of your stock numbers under this area, and it will segment that list based on the product that they like. This tab is for selecting, obviously, the random winner. You can do polls now, and customer service surveys by sending out campaigns via mobile, so that you can get feedback from your product users. And you can even create a test audience or a beta user list before you actually launch a product, just to see what the consumer response would be. Now we also have what we call iLocal Pro Labs, and that's where we test out and create new add-ons to the technology. Right now we have a virtual punch card system that we're working on, and we're running it through beta. It's actually sort of like one of those cards you have for coffee, and instead of having the physical card that gets punched every time you buy a cup of coffee, and every 5th cup of coffee you would get a free cup of coffee. The virtual punch card uses the cell phone to track their purchases, and as soon as they reach the 5th cup of coffee, they would automatically receive a text message with a coupon code, and they would just bring that to the register and get their free cup of coffee. Now that's a good tool to use for repeat buyers. If you have vendors that have garages and they buy tools all the time, that's something that they could use to track sales and build a customer loyalty program. We talked about polls and customer feedback surveys already. We're tying in forms now that could be sent to mobile phones, so that the surveys could actually be taken right on the mobile phone. Right now, we've got access to basically these segments of our nation. We can run campaigns and access phone numbers in our system in the US, the UK, Canada, Austria, Denmark, France, Ireland, and Poland, and we're adding new countries quite frequently. The limitations are technically not with the software or our platform. Sometimes it's with accessing the phone numbers from our system for that particular country, so we have to develop that connection. And obviously, there's tons of other features and resources that we're constantly adding to the system. Now, there's two ways of really running the software. A lot of our customers just basically have us host the software. They access the database and everything through our portal that we have on a very secure cloud server. We use Firehose, which is the nation's most secure server. Banks, hospitals, credit card companies, and medical record companies use Firehose for privacy and compliance issues. So they're very, very secure. But we do have some clients that want to preserve the privacy nature of their lists, and that's understandable. So we've also done custom installs on the server, so we can actually install the software on the domain, your makita.tool.com domain, so that you can access it right from your server whichever server you use to host your website. But in either case, we are prepared if, for instance, you have a huge function or you're doing a special event or sponsorship, and you're going to be communicating to the audience to participate in a particular contest, and you've got thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching a show that maybe even be broadcast nationally and internationally, and you're running this contest, we can take heavy traffic, and we build in redundancy for special events so that we have backup systems. And if you have an event that's that huge, we would work with you and have support ready on standby and prepared to deal with any technical issues that we anticipate because of the traffic. So we use a cloud server that's very, very scalable. And if we're anticipating heavy traffic, and if you're broadcasting, doing any heavy media, we can definitely prepare ourselves to handle that. Now, the other thing that is really unique is that we have a concierge marketing team, and they pretty much work hand in hand, hold your hand through the entire training process. But we also have some clients who don't have time or don't want to deal with any technology, and we can do it for you. So we would talk with you, have meetings, set up your campaign once we get an understanding of what your objective is, and we would work together to lay out the foundation, the mapping, and we would just connect the dots and cross the T's and make it work. All you would have to do is just handle the list. We would send you a list with all the phone numbers, and your sales team would pick it up from there. So with that, I just want to say thank you to Paul. I'm glad I ran into you, and thanks again. The team thanks you actually for all of the Rockstar energy drinks, and I got a lot of work out of them that evening because they were able to stay up that much later and get projects done. So I'm really glad I ran into you, and I'm glad that you took a couple minutes out of your day to listen to this. I think it's something that would be definitely useful in your marketing efforts, given and this seeing what you're doing already with sponsorships and trade shows. I think this would be a great fit, and I'm willing to work with you to set it up and run a beta locally, maybe on the remaining portions of some of your trade shows on a small scale, uh, and run some campaigns, test it out, see if you like it, and if it's something that you want to tie into the rest of your marketing, you can make a decision then. But we always try to do a small beta with folks so they can understand the technology, and they themselves come up with creative ways of using the technology as well. So if it's something that you want to do, please give me a call. I'm going to give you all my contact information, and it'd be exciting. It'll be a very exciting project for the team to get involved in, because they love sports, and they're young folks, and some of your sponsors they already excited about. So thanks again, and looking forward to hearing back from you.